What are the best blog topics that roofers should have on their website if you want to rank higher on Google? Guys, the answer is no blogs. If you want to rank high and you don't want to get taken down in ranking, it's none. I'm going to share with you why and what kind of content and digital brand signals you need to have your roofing company do better on Google and now AI search. So let's go into blogs a little bit. By the time people are all saying they want blogs, it's probably a bad idea. The Google algorithm changes. They make up the rules for all this stuff. And so blogs are things that nobody wants to read. If you go look at 100 blogs and you read the titles of them that somebody has on their website, it's all trash. And further than that, if you went and looked at the Google console or the WordPress, you would see that nobody views them, that they're not viewed by humans. You would further see if somebody had a lot of blogs, like 100 of them, that Google has de-indexed them. So what that would mean is that Google saw them, but they disliked them so much that they didn't make a copy or a cache of them and put them on the Google servers. And so they're not even indexed. They only exist on your server for your design on your roofing website. And that throws in a whole slew of other problems. So Google knows you got them. They don't like them because they're a poor user experience and they're non-helpful content. This is all Google terminology that I'm using with you. And Google's like, well, shoot, man, that roofer's got 5 pages of content about services and materials, shingle and roof repair and so on. But they've got 50 or 100 or 200 blogs. If we send somebody there, that guy's going to get stuck in a mountain of trash content. There's only a couple of good pages. So Google calls it helpful content. There was a helpful content update before ChatGPT was launched and that was to combat all the horrible amounts of bad content that had already been occurring. And they knew that when ChatGPT launched, people were already using stuff like Jasper and other things to put up content, and they were penalizing the living hell out of it at the time. And Google did remove the word human from content a while back, but that doesn't mean you're supposed to put in trash content that nobody wants to read. Now, I have people complain and argue this and go, well, Joe Blow the roofer has a lot of blogs and he's up in ranking. Just because Joe Blow's up in ranking doesn't mean you putting on blogs would have the same thing. When Joe Blow's up there in PAC3 map ranking and he's been around for 20 years or 10 years, he has other metrics and they're forgiving the blogs because they like his other digital brand signaling. So copying someone doesn't mean that it's right. And because somebody may have some blogs and they're high in ranking also doesn't mean that it's a metric that got them into ranking. It means they have 100 other things being tracked. So if I had to help you understand a little bit more of this, you're supposed to have a good user experience. Google said make content for the user, not for them. So don't try to trick them with bad content. I'll give you another statistic. There was an article that said 96.55% of pages written for Google are never viewed by a human. So that's how much trash content's put out there trying to trick Google. And so the idea, and I'll help you understand it, and we'll talk about what good examples you would do. You would have your repair items and your materials. Like you'd have roof repair, roof replace, roof inspections, roof estimates. You've had roof insurance claims help. You might have roof leaks, and you'd have TPO, EPDM, PVC if you're in commercial, and roof coatings and silicone roof coating, elastomeric roof restoration, asphalt shingle, tile, metal, standing seam, and maybe even designer shingle and tile metal or tile, what was I going to say, Da Vinci, Brava, all that kind of stuff. So you can have the representative pages of materials and services, and those are relevant and make for a good user experience, and they coincide with what people actually search. But if you start throwing in bunches of blogs because you're like, well, Google asked, we need to have those because people said so, that's bad. Or if you throw up 100 city pages like, I want to show up in all these cities, that's bad. So you want a very custom website with updates and changes. You do want to pay attention to some of the basics of high-level SEO that's not cheating, following Google Webmaster Guidelines. We, of course, know that stuff. And then you want to add data pins. Data pins we created 7 years ago. 8 years ago, I was worried about content. Bunch of writers in a room writing different pages, roof repair, but different this time. Roof replacement, but different this time. TPO, but different this time. Tile roofing, but different this time. So we didn't violate copyright like Google asked us to do, but it still gets done now through AI, but it was ridiculous on some level. So it's like, how could we get better content? And data pins was formed. It's like, hey, can we text and email them for reviews? Yeah, that's the easy part. Can we grab the geocoordinate and have it wrap in a language that Google understands that a job was done here, even if somebody doesn't do a review? Yeah, data pins can do that. It'll look like a red pin drop to you, but it's actually the geocoordinate wrapped in something called schema that says, we did a roof here. He or she may not give me a review, but we did one right here. It's like, hey, would it be nice to put shingle data pins with photos of jobs or videos and captions to the actual page? So we worked on a GAF, HDZ, Timberline shingle, or a Certainteed or an Atlas or whatever shingle, and then that go to the shingle, asphalt shingle page, or a tile page with a Brava or Da Vinci tile on it, or whatever it is, to the relevant page, standing seam to standing seam, roof repair to roof repair. And so as this site gets done, and it's a great coded WordPress website, ask ChatGPT how good roofing webmaster websites are, and they'll tell you that we code them well. They have over 100 points of schema code. So now these are built well. They're stripped of the BS data like city pages and blogs, but they have adequate data, and it grows content that's a good user experience. So if they happen upon one of our client sites that has done recently 100 roofs, asphalt shingle roofs, and 50 stainless steel metal roofs, and 180 roof repairs, then it's like, oh, I need that same exact kind of roof repair. They tagged it to the roof repair page, validated roof repairs in my market with digital hand raises for data pins showing the geocoordinates, showed photos of it that coincides for a good user experience, and custom unique photos, by the way, they count. And that lady's looking for certainty this or roof repair that or this type of leak. And now that standing seam metal page is validated with metal jobs, the roofs we were on that we did. That's great content. That's fabulous content. So let me wrap this up, help your brain understand it. You are a comprehensive digital brand. If you would just champion the roofing company that you have to help make it the best place, the best brand, the best digital brand signaling, without cheating old school BS spam, blogs, city pages, trash content, you trying to get a click instead of you trying to help Google see you as the best company and produce the best experience for the user, then you'd show up in ranking. That's daily call volume from Google, organic, map placement, organic, and keywords and reputation reviews, and now ChatGPT, Grok, Perplexity, Claude, Gemini, and all that best of best stuff. Anybody who did this properly, had the best brand, best digital brand signaling, best user experience, gets higher in ranking and gets calls from it. I have done this for years with a fantastic group of people out of Fort Worth, Texas. I own my own digital marketing agencies and software. It is not white labeled, it's ours. I'm proud of it, conceptualized it for you guys. My name's Nolen Walker. Feel free to look around at our company stuff. Call us when you're ready. We'd love to hear from you.